Tucker. Hi, buddy. Look at your leash. Good job. Hey guys, so I'm going to do some handling exercises with Tucker here. You should be working on handling exercises not just every day, but even a couple of times a day. Think about real quick how much your dog is going to be handled by people in its life. You know, there's your family, there's your friends, there's people visiting the house. You're going to be taking your dog to the vet, possibly a groomer, and if you ever want to go somewhere, your dog might even have to go into boarding. Also, when you're out in public, people are going to go, oh, I love dogs, and they're going to want to pet your dog. So it's really imperative that part of your initial puppy training and that socialization is teaching your dog to be comfortable with people handling them. Let's think about a few different things that puppies need to learn to accept. A lot of times dogs get pat on the head, and you might even see a dog flinch away. There's a natural assumption that the dog was probably smacked. You know, the dog could have been, but the dog also might just be what they call hand shy. They don't like it. Imagine having your head pat. You may not appreciate it. So we can condition dogs that this predicts something good for them. A big trigger for a lot of bites is actually when we grab their collar. A lot of times we'll grab the dog's collar if it goes for something it shouldn't have. If we need to stop them, if they're jumping on us, we'll grab them. And if we're quick about it, it can be a little invasive, if you will. And so then what happens is when somebody wants to get the dog's attention, they might go ahead and grab its collar. And so we want to start off at a really early age saying, hey, listen, I'm going to grab your collar, but that's a good thing. Other things are, throughout your dog's life, you're going to have to be able to clean his ears, trim his nails, check his feet, look into his eyes, open his mouth. That's a big one. We don't want the dog, especially a puppy, nowadays, to associate us opening their mouth with it being an unpleasant thing, like we're taking something away. So it's really important that we spend the time to get our dog used to it. Then there's also calm, quiet, settle down, cuddle time. But either way, your handling exercises shouldn't be when your dog has their most energy. No, place. It should be place. Thank you. It should be when your dog has had a chance to run. Place. Had a chance to run around and play and get some of that excess energy out. Not when your dog is super built up and frustrated. So I have some kibble here. It's very valuable to Tucker because I don't waste Tucker's kibble by putting it in his food. It's much better use of his daily calories to use it in part of his training. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch him first, and then the food's going to happen. I'm not going to distract him with the food because I don't want him to think the food predicts handling exercises. Instead, I want him to think that the handling exercises predict the good things. So as always, Tucker's on leash. Tucker break. Good boy. Good run. Here you go. Break from doing the place plus the reward. So, and you want to do this every day, several times a day, and then you want to get as many people as you can doing it. But there's a lot of things to do. Like I said, even the patting on the head. But yes. And I use my marker, so yes says, hey, at that moment, you earned something good. Tucker, yes. So just, nothing crazy, just a little pat. Run your hand firmly down. Yes, they're back. Right here on the shoulders. Yes. Around their neck. Yes. Good job. Can we do that again? Hi, Tuck. Yes. Good. If they get squirmy, just let them move as they need to. This time I'm going to run my hand down his back, and I'm going to pull his tail a bit. Yes. In case you're wondering, that's more for if someone, like a child, does it. Not so much that someone should be pulling your dog's tail. But it's good, yes, to get your dog comfortable with invasive handling. So I'm going to pull him in a little bit closer if I can. Come here, buddy. Hi, bud. Good job. I grabbed his collar. Yes. And that's just, getting him comfortable with being restrained, being handled. So we're going to do that collar again. So I'm going to grab the collar, yes, while I'm holding it, and then food happens. So I'm going to grab the collar, yes. And I even pulled it a little bit, just because that's what's going to happen. Yes. And if you have somebody else could be marking him and feeding him while you're holding him and checking at the ear. Yes. Bringing him in. Oh, hi, good boy. Good job. Good. Touch the feet, the individual toes, very gently, of course. Yes. Very gently, of course. This time I'm going to grab his collar and look in his mouth, and then I'm going to mark it. Yes. And again, this is just to start to get them used to all the obnoxious things we're going to do. You know, while I'm going to tell everyone, you know, don't, you know, wait for your dog to grab things and then have to rip them out of your puppy's mouth if possible, trade for food. The reality is, if you have a puppy for more than 5 seconds, you know it's grabbing something. So you're going to end up having to grab his mouth. And we just want him to get, yes, good job. A lot more positive, everybody, a lot more positive experience with that as opposed to being manual. So we're going to pull him in again. Good job. Pull him in nice and gentle. And this time we're going to touch the back foot. Good. We're going to touch the toes. Yes, that was really patient. It's also important to remember to include brushing exercises. A lot of people want their puppy or their untrained adult dog to just magically sit there and be calm. But, you know, you can do the pairing, yes, where they see it, they get to acknowledge it, yes, some food happens. There's no harm in that. He's already been brushed a few times, that was not a baby. And so we're going to nope. Nope. We don't want him playing. You're going to make this very challenging. Good job. So I'm going to grab his collar. And we're just going to do little brushes. Yes. And he's actually not squirming too badly. Yes. Your goal is not to brush your entire dog for a piece of kibble. Yes. Your goal is to, you know, get 3 or 4 strokes in. Good boy. Good. Yes. Even just getting a puppy comfortable with, you know, being required to look into someone's eyes is so important. Okay. Don't forget to brush your puppy's little bum. They sit on it all day and get matted. Yes. So the big areas for matting are around the collar and around the ears. Good job. Look at him being a good boy about it. Yes, you can tell he wants to practice with you. He's a good boy. So yes, that was really good. And as you do this calm and, you know, get in the practice with, hey, listen, I'm going to do this annoying thing, but food's going to happen, they get a little bit more calm themselves. It's not a maturing thing so much as a association through repetition thing. Yes? You know, and something else you really want to consider is your energy when you're coming at this exercise. If you're coming at it with a ton of energy, your dog is going to have a ton of energy. And that's not what you want. You want your dog calm, relaxed. So if you're like, hi, puppy, you're going to make your dog, you know, get super crazy. Look at that big shake off of stress. He's like, whoa, all right, whatever. So you want to be really calm. You know, you want to occasionally grab your dog's collar. Yes. And all I was doing, because it was really hard to see from that angle, is I was just collar, hands on both sides of his face, and I was just massaging him and looking into his eyes and telling him a good boy. And imagine your doctor needs to look and see at your dog's face. You don't want that to be a trigger for aggression. I've dealt with that, so good boy. So what you want to do is, shh, come on. Really short action. When he's calm and he's looking at you, oh, nice, that was squirrely. Yes, mark it. You know, don't do these exercises really, really long. Keep them very short, second or two. while you're making eye contact, a second while you're looking in the dog's mouth, a second while you're looking in the dog's ear, a second when you're pinching. But, you know, if he's squirming, just kind of go a little slower, a little calmer, a little quieter. And once he calms back down and relaxes, then you want to mark it, release, feed. Good job, buddy. Do this with as many people as you possibly can from the day you bring your puppy home. But don't necessarily do this with an adult dog without really giving it some serious thought. You could get bit the first time you grab an adult dog's collar and stare into its eyes. So this is a puppy exercise unless you really know what you're doing.